What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's TV review of the animated limited series from Netflix, Eden. This, of course, is created by Justin Leach. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button, as well as commenting below any video that you watch, including this one. So this show, this Eden show, is to me a very much influenced by the Isaac Asimov Three Laws of Robotics, and there's its own thing, own kind of spin on that thing, where basically it says, you know, humans create robots, robots work for humans, robots can't hurt humans, but they can hurt other robots and stuff like that. So this series, in essence, shows us a world where humans have basically disintegrated for 1,000 years. They've disappeared. No one knows what happened to them. You know, we have these robots just basically being maintenance workers. You know, we have this place called Eden 3, which is run by this character named Zero, which is the antagonist of the show. He looks like something out of Tron. And one day, these two robots, who eventually are called Mom and Dad, basically find a cryogenic pod, a pod that people would be put in to put to sleep. And they open it, and this young girl named Sarah, who's just a baby. And under the secrecy of the fact that if Zero catches these robots with humans, there's a lot of price they could pay, we find these robots basically taking care of them like parents, taking care of this young kid until she grows up to be an adult. And so with that said, we kind of see her story play out. We see the ideas of who she is and what she is doing, why she's here, what happened to the humans. And we get a story of just what it's like for a human to live in a world where she doesn't know exactly what's happening, what is with these robots, and how does she fix the situation in the end, and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the structure of the show. But with that said, what makes this show really interesting is my idea that the fact that it's only 4 episodes is really strange in my opinion. And I am on the fence when it comes to how many episodes need to be per show, because when you look at a series like this, having only 4 episodes and having to give as much information, having to have as much plot as this limited series has, having to do everything in its power to kind of have a conclusion, is not only a really hard thing to do, but it can cause problems in like story structure, story processing, you know, how characters motivate, you know, the idea of how having character development and stuff like that, having world building, because you have to move so quickly in only 23 minutes per episode that when you get to the end of the 2-hour runtime, you have to have a fully fleshed out story, which if this were built like a movie, that'd be perfectly all right. But, you know, with that said, going into that, it was my one worry, even though I love the trailer, I love the concept and idea. I like the idea of Isaac Asimov's robot theory, or his, you know, concept of robots and stuff like that. What also makes it kind of fascinating to me is this show feels like almost like a proof of concept, for the simple fact of that reason. And so with that said, my main problems with the show are my also main theories of what the show is going to do, as being the first Netflix original series, as being the first Netflix original anime, and so on and so forth. I had major problems with this, like the scripting and the character development, because there's just not any meat there. You're just moving so quickly. You're being introduced to characters and, you know, at like fast-paced speed of light and stuff like that. And when you get to the end, you just feel like you just not been given enough there that it really feels like a fully fleshed out story. And I love the characters in the show. I love the mom and dad robot characters. I don't really care for Sarah. I think she's a little annoying, but that's just your atypical anime character. But I definitely love Zero, who's a fascinating character and has a really rich backstory, a really rich back history. But as the story runners and the animators and the directors of the series move along, it just feels like there's not enough there to have a truly fully concept of a story. And you can just see it in the way characters position themselves when you go from like the first episode, which has to introduce a young girl, to her becoming an adult, to like the next episode, which has to kind of speed into Eden 3, which is the robot like universe and stuff like that. It just feels like there could be more. There could be much more. This story needs to be expanded into a full-fledged 8 to 9 to 10 episode series, and that's where my theory comes in. I truly and honestly believe, and this is my personal opinion, that Netflix created this series not only to have their first original anime, but to have an idea and a concept to prove that they could throw out in the ether to Netflix, or out in the ether to the public, to see and gauge what they think of a series like this. So if the audience loves it, similar to, you know, a lot of animes, if they respond well to it, then they'll craft a full-length feature series out of it. It's something that can have an expansive world, like a Pokemon in a lot of ways, where, you know, it's something really cool and really just bombastic and fun and entertaining because there's fighting robots and stuff like that in the show. But like a true anime, it's something that could truly build upon its world and be something truly fun and unique. And on top of that, the robots look a lot like something out of a Miyazaki movie, which is a lot of fun. So those characters could be really relatable. The fact that the two robots are named Mom and Dad, and there's one that's like an uncle and one that's like a pet, and then, like I said, you have Sarah. They're just really relatable characters. So I really hope that when this series is finished and people have watched it and kind of garnered their opinion, that they will see that the people like it and hopefully make a series out of this, you know, creating a 3-4 season series or whatnot. But that's just my theory. Like I said, this series could just be those 4 episodes and be done with it. But if it's like that, then as a first anime out the door, it's beautiful to look at, but it has nothing there to make it interesting or entertaining outside of some cool character moments and cool character revelations. And the idea, like I said, that the robots look like Miyazaki robots is a lot of fun as well. But overall, I still enjoyed it. I still had fun with it and entertained by it. I want more out of it. I want a series out of it. And I think it's something that could be really coolly developed and really interesting and so on and so forth. So with that said, it has a lot of potential. Where it fulfills that potential is a different story. So I enjoyed it, but there are caveats with the story and the character development. So that's my official review of the series. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you decided to watch this. Like I said, it's only 4 episodes, 23 minutes apiece. Did you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to a possible series if there is one? Do you think Netflix will do a series? All that good stuff, but let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button, and as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.